guys, we're back in the kitchen, and today we're gonna make broccoli and feta quinoa salad. And if you have never had quinoa, it's a little powerhouse. It's like a superfood. And I'm gonna actually read this line so that I make sure that I get it right. It is a highly nutritious, gluten-free seed. It's cooked and eaten kind of like a grain, but it's really not. It's a dried seed. And saying that it's a powerhouse, it's a complete protein, means that it contains all 9 essential amino acids along with high levels of fiber, magnesium, and iron. You can't go wrong with it. The whole simple point is it's really delicious and it's good for you. So I wanted to make sure I read that. Now, it can have kind of a bitter taste, and there are different kinds. I bought the white, which has it's soft and has a mild flavor. The black kind of has a nuttier flavor, and then there's a red that's a little chewier. So you can take your pick and try them all. What you want to do, it's cooked in a 2-to-1 ratio, so kind of like rice. So I did a half a cup of quinoa, and it's spelled Quinoa. And I did a half a cup of quinoa dry to a cup of chicken stock. And I brought my chicken stock to a boil. But while that was coming to a boil, I rinsed this thoroughly till the water runs clear, and I rinsed it in a fine strainer. So that's how you cook that. And it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to cook. And it looks like a little tiny dried hard dot. And when it's cooked, it of course fills up. The water, the liquid is gone, the broth is gone, and the little grain ends up getting this little curlicue. It's the germ inside of the seed kind of is cooked out, and you'll know it when you see it. It looks like a little piggy tail or a little brighter ring around the little quinoa seed grain. So I've cooked it about 15 minutes. I'm gonna leave it warm in here. And I did put a lid over mine so that it would soften it. So I've dumped it all in the bowl, and I'm gonna hold it up so you can kind of see. It's like a grain in there, and it's dry, it's fluffy. It's really very good. And the biggest thing is it's really good for you. Okay, the next thing that I did is I fine chopped some fresh broccoli, and then I just put it in the oven to roast it a little bit. You can totally put it in raw broccoli. I just like the flavor of roasted broccoli so much that I put it in at 450 for probably 10-15 minutes, just to give my broccoli a little bit of softness, and I like the flavor. So all I did was spray my pan with olive oil, and I did a little salt. So I'm gonna add my broccoli to my bowl. And you know my method of always using foil so that I don't have to wash anything. I do wash dishes or run the dishwasher if I absolutely have to, but if I can avoid a messy pan, I certainly avoid it. So I've got my broccoli in there with that quinoa, and then I'm gonna add a chopped, I used Honeycrisp. You can do Gala, Fuji, whatever is your preferred apple, but you kind of want a sweet apple. So I've fine chopped that apple. I'm gonna put it right in, and I'm not gonna worry about treating it because I've made a vinaigrette to go over it, and that's gonna take care of that apple turning. And then at the very last of my broccoli roasting at 450, I put some walnuts on a cookie sheet with foil as well, and I didn't do anything to them. I just put the whole walnuts in, and I did them maybe the last 4 minutes, but I watched them carefully. So they really only did about 4 minutes in the oven, and they're totally delicious. So you're adding protein and fiber and nutrients with the walnuts as well. They're delicious. And then I'm gonna add, it calls for about 1/3 of a cup of feta. I'm just gonna shake it until I think I like it. And I'll taste it and then see. And I didn't salt the quinoa, you can, but I cooked that quinoa with the chicken broth, which is gonna take care of the salt content. Okay. I have demonstrated homemade vinaigrette to you before with a couple of recipes. I'm just gonna kind of go through it quickly. In general, I use red wine vinegar, a little salt and pepper, a little garlic powder or fresh garlic. Sometimes I do a shallot, I didn't in this. And then I have this little emulsion blender or whisk that makes it so easy. So I begin to do it and I slowly drizzle in my oil, which I use olive oil. You can use avocado oil, whatever you want, but use a good quality oil for your dressing. And check it for freshness because you don't want it to taste rancid or old. So it makes a difference. A little bit of lemon juice. Just a little squeeze of fresh lemon juice. And then I also add some honey. And what makes it not separate is this little blender or a whisk. These little blenders are so cheap and you can use them for frothing your milk for your coffee. And I just let it do the whisking as I slowly whisk in that oil. And it makes a beautiful dressing and you're not getting any chemicals in it because you've used all fresh ingredients. And the honey adds a little sweetness. You can also add some Dijon mustard a little bit. I think one that I've demonstrated for you before was that. I love this little thing. My hand doesn't get tired. And then I'm gonna show you what this looks like. It's a beautiful salad. Absolutely gorgeous, packed with protein and nutrients. And we're gonna drizzle this vinaigrette over it. And I may not even use all of it, so then I have some saved, or I can add later because some of it's gonna be absorbed into that grain. I'm gonna stir up my salad. And this helps me prep. I can take this for lunch. I can eat it in the evenings for a snack when I want something good because there's a little bit of sweetness to it too, and it's gonna fill you up. It's gonna be nice and filling. So I'm gonna put some on the plate here for us. Show you how good that looks. And there we go. A nice, hearty, fresh salad, power-packed with nutrition and fiber and protein. That is so good. And that grain, you may think, ooh, it just gives it such a nice texture and chewiness, and you know you're getting good fiber. So it's Quinoa. I just bought store brand, but it's pronounced quinoa. So give it a try and enjoy. Thanks for watching.